Hi, it's Lars Mullen here with another interview and a series of Mullen Meets for Guy Mackenzie's video series. Backstage at Powderham Castle, idyllic setting. We've got stags, we've got castles, we've got vintage cars, we've got everything.
Triumph stags,
yes,
actual stags.
Yes, well here he is, Chris Buck from Buck and Evans, who've just done a fantastic set on the main stage. Chris, nice to meet you.
Lovely.
Do a formal shake hands.
I know.
You've come down from Wales, bless you for that. What a great set, good crowd too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, really good, really enjoyable.
Yeah, was it good on stage? Good
yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, gorgeous weather as well. It's couldn't ask for a better day, really.
That's my kind of music. Tight band, very tight band. You was as well oiled as the steam engines that are going toot toot in the background. So you've had a few gigs to get warmed up. Just back from Spain.
Yeah, we were in Spain last week. Yeah, it kind of feels like another lifetime. It's been a mad couple of weeks. We were at the O2 in London before that.
Wow.
Doing a gig with Brishy Blackmore's Rainbow up there, then it was kind of back home for a little bit, then out to Spain for Scana Rocks Festival out in Bilbao. So yeah, it's been a manic couple of weeks. It's been a hell of a lot of fun though, and the weather's held up for all of it pretty much. So
out in Spain, there's a lot of festivals happening. Do you think it's got better out there for British bands?
I think, well, if the kind of reaction that we had was anything to kind of go by, it was phenomenal. It was kind of
big audiences.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, the actual festival we did itself, I think, as the kind of capped about 20,000.
Wow.
So yeah, it was really kind of cool. You know, great atmosphere.
Made a lot of new fans.
Yeah, I'll definitely think so.
And you'll be back, no doubt.
Oh, absolutely. I think this tour will get us back already next year. So
2017's got really well for you this year, hasn't it? I mean,
yeah.
You've got to say these prestige gigs. You've gone up and up and up and up. And a new album coming out.
Yeah, a couple of days ago actually, we just launched the pledge campaign for the debut album. So we kind of. I think we're about a week in and we're about 50% of what we're looking for, so it's going insanely well so far, and there's about 2.5 months, 3 months left to run yet.
Excellent. You got a working title or a title?
We haven't yet, but you know what, we were talking about this on the way down, and on the way down in the back of the van today, and there's nothing that we've kind of decided on yet, so that's still to be announced. But
how many tracks on the album?
Robert, to be honest, I think kind of we were talking again, this is something we were talking about the other day, I think all of our kind of favourite records all come in about 45 minutes. It's that kind of, I don't know whether that's the kind of subconscious length of a human attention span, I don't know, or whatever, something, you know, subconscious, but I think however many kind of tracks it brings out to about 45 minutes, I think we'll kind of be happy with that.
So when you write, I mean, you're a guitarist.
Yeah.
And Sally, she's around Sally, we'll get Sally in a minute. Who writes? Do you write predominantly? Do you write together as a whole band, bring the bits to the table?
It's kind of a mixture, I think, kind of generally speaking, I'll kind of come in with a nucleus of a kind of musical idea, and then kind of give that to the band, and it gets kicked over, pushed back with some edges, and kind of we end up with a song. But kind of Sally Ann is very much the kind of lyrics and kind of melody and all that kind of stuff. And you know, kind of we contribute where and when, but I think at the end of the day, she's singing it. She's got to be comfortable with it.
Yeah,
you know, content, lyrically, melodically, all this kind of stuff. So I think
you're full of riffs, aren't you? You're coming to the table with the riffs.
I'm kind of the chord guy, I guess. You know, kind of chord progressions and riffs and all that sort of stuff. But
when we put this out that we were going to interview at Powderham today, I had quite a few emails and texts coming in saying, ask him about his playing, ask him about his guitar. I mean, you play single coil and you've got the Yamaha Rev Star as well, but there's a technique to your playing. I mean, you can rock out like the rest of us, but you bring it down a little bit and you've got this sultry, compressed, pick-in sound. Is that a technique you've learned?
Yeah, well, I guess all the kind of stuff I do is a sort of culmination of what I've kind of been doing for all of my life, all my playing life at least, really. So to be honest, very little of what I do has been a conscious kind of decision to sort of give this a go or do this or try this for a little bit. It's all stuff that's kind of developed over time and kind of, you know, like I said, it's the culmination of various techniques I've stolen off other people, I imagine. So, but the whole kind of, you know, I wouldn't call it finger picking as so much as kind of using my finger and thumb.
But you don't really use a pick to.
Yeah, I tend to.
It's in there, isn't it? I can see you working it around like one of those little dice things.
I tend to take a pick up between my forefinger and, you know, kind of creasing your forefinger. Just because there's certain stuff that you can't do kind of with your fingers that there are with a pick, you know, they both come in handy, so kind of I wouldn't be so kind of defiant as to kind of say I don't want to ever use a pick, because there's speed and this kind of, you know, kind of this brashness to kind of using the pick that you don't get with your fingers at all, so it would be kind of futile to throw it away entirely, but kind of just kind of flicking back and forth between the two, and it's a much kind of more it's a more textured sound, I think, kind of using its, you know, a skin on string at the end of the day. So it's going to sound insane, you know, massively different than a piece of plastic.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the new Yamaha Rev Star.
Yeah.
And you're also a single coil man as well.
Yeah, to be honest, I've always kind of been of the mindset of guitars are very much tools. You know, I've kind of never fallen into the mindset of this is my guitar and this is the guitar I'm going to use for everything, irrespective of what the situation calls for.
Right.
The tools, pick the best one for the job, and if something calls for humbuckers, pick a guitar up with humbuckers. You know, kind of I've been using back and forth between the two rev stars. It's the 720B with the Bigsby and the kind of humbuckers.
Yeah.
That's great for kind of just full out kind of rock stuff. You know, single coil into a crank.
Because the single coils, you've got your own set of crisp buck pickups, haven't you?
I have, yeah. That's what's currently in the Strat. They're called the ID Crisp Bucks, and they're made by a company in South Wales called Radio Shop. And I'd be lying if I said it hadn't kind of taken us all by surprise, to be honest, how successful they've been since we released them. We kind of put them out there not with any kind of preconceptions or kind of notions of how they were going to be received. You know, just kind of put them out there, and it's been incredible. You know, kind of really effusive response from everyone who kind of has had them, and it's kind of running to the hundreds already. You know, so it's taken us all back a little bit.
When I did an article with you earlier this year, I think it was. We went up to Rockfield Studios and photographed just a few guitars.
Yeah, I know.
Quite a few guitars, and there's a lot with humbuckers because I think there's a secret passion for some humbucker, isn't there?
Yeah, I think the kind of
certain person that you played with in the early days. This is an interesting.
The whole kind of route that I took in the kind of rock guitar, I guess, kind of very much kind of came from the kind of Slash school of thought, really. And Guns N' Roses were the first band that I kind of really latched on in a big way. So Slash has kind of been a very big influence on me, and you know that kind of comes full circle, I guess, in situations where I've somehow ended up playing with him. You know, kind of a jam with him in Birmingham a couple of years ago, and then out in Arizona we did a show together where we was pretty much, it was back in Evans, we were his backing band essentially. So kind of ran through a couple of our tracks, a couple of Guns tracks, a couple of Hendrix tracks, Stones tracks, all this kind of stuff.
Wow.
So
pinch yourself moment.
Oh, absolutely. So that whole
Sally?
kind of
Sally's alright.
She's not in route somewhere. She's the master of disguise, so she's probably disappeared somewhere. We'll have to collar her.
Somebody find Sally. Get her into the audition, Laurie.
Oh, there she is.
Come on, Sally. We're run out of tape. We've got lighting problems. There's a black cloud around.
Oh, wow.
Sally Evans.
How are you?
Pleased to see you.
Nice to see you.
The second person. There is four in back in Evans. There's a bass player packing up, and there's a drummer. They're going to rush back up to Wales, but we've got Sally.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the new album and how
and
how you've got to be comfortable with lyrics and songs in the writing. Chris comes in there. He's going to go.
I'm hovering in and out. I don't know what to do with myself.
I guess. I don't know, organically the way it's sort of happened with us is we tend to pull the music together, and then I go away and write the melody and the lyrics after it. So yeah, it's all got to be right, but we're all, you know, we all feel the same.
We all come in, like he brings in the riffs and you finish off with the lyrics.
It does work really well like that actually, and I think probably 70-80% of our songs have ended up like that. So it seems to work. It seems to be a successful formula.
And the keyboard in a lot of bands. Oh, there's a black Labrador here. The keyboards in a lot of bands either filling or twiddling here and there. But you're working hard. You're doing filling in a lot. I mean, guitar and keyboards sometimes don't mix, but there's a lovely blend between you.
Working hard or hardly working, I haven't quite decided yet.
He's always got a quip, so he's ready with something.
Don't forget the voice though. It goes from this lovely sultry to real gritty kicking through.
Well, I think, you know, I've always played the piano and sung at the same time, and it's just a very natural thing for me. I think we're very, very conscious of making sure that there is a fit, because you're right, it could be a bit too busy and
it was paced. It was excellent. Some great solos, you know, between you bouncing off.
Yeah, no, I think we found our sound now. We've just got to make sure that really translates into the album, because we've got a very live sound and we want to retain that. If we can retain that and achieve that with the album, I think we'll be really pleased with that.
Just to stick my head in and give them a shout out, because they're often the kind of underappreciated kind of members of the band, you know, Bob and Dominic.
Just going to say, we've got to get those guys in. They're not a duo, there's a lot of people to think.
Dominic, get over here. We're going to try and, I don't know how many we can get of us in one shot.
Dom's up the one doing all the hard work.
Dom is the one kind of packing the van for us at the moment.
I'll move out slightly.
Jump in, squeeze across that way.
Dom,
we love the swimmer in shots.
A lovely throbbing bottom end.
That's something I like to work on, you know. You've got to work on,
Very good, very, very good. So,
thank you.
It's like a moving line, isn't it? Well,
I know, we'll be off the chart in a minute, but no, this is Dominic, and this is our bass player. And it's kind of, especially with a name like Pluck and Evans, it's kind of very, very easy to kind of get distracted by the fact that there are four of us, you know, and kind of that was the one thing that kind of from the offset was kind of wanting to make sure the rhythm section was kind of impeccable, you know, and between you and Bob, I think, so I'm just polishing new.
Bob's.
Yeah.
Bob's. I'm impeccable. Bob's.
Irritable.
Yeah. Together with IBS.
So, yeah, you are, yeah.
So it's
Sorry, let's get Lars back in.
No, I was just going to
Diving
say,
about it.
I'm saying here, folks, let's just say there's onwards and upwards for Bucking Evans
Yeah,
2017. New album, lots of tours, and you've got a tour happening. Tell us about your web. Guys can see you on your website and give us all your contacts.
Yeah, well, the website is www.buckandevans.com.
Do you need to say the www anymore?
I don't think so.
It's fun to see.
It's fun to say, yeah. It's
Yeah.
the only bit that rolls off the tongue, really, isn't it?
Well, sometimes.
Whiskey with water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming from Wales.
Yeah.
Everything you need is on the website at the moment. Tour dates. Also, we've got a very, very active Facebook page as well. That seems to be working very well for us. So if you're on Facebook,
Where's the tour taking you?
First stop is Birmingham, actually, next week at the Asylum on Friday, the 21st of July. Week after next, sorry, yeah. Depends what people are seeing this, doesn't it?
Going to Glasgow, I think, as well?
Yeah, we are. We're in Manchester after Birmingham on the 23rd of July. Then into August, 18th of August, we're up in Glasgow at the Hug and Pint. And the 19th of August, we're down to Newcastle. So, yeah, so...
a few dates to say. Bit of the new material.
Yeah, get it up, get it out.
Yeah,
Well,
cracking on with
I'm
getting
glad
back in
you
the
had
Rockfield.
a
So.
wonderful time here at Powder Room today. And
Thank you.
thank you very much. 1, 2.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
Thanks, Sally.
thank you very
Nice
much.
to meet you.
And we've lost the drummer. I think he's going to get a burger, but never mind.
Sounds like Bob.
What's new?
Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Tidy.
Thank you very much.